Hey everybody, this is Anthony and this is Willie Moe, and we're coming back to you here with another top 10 video. And this week it's going to be our top 10 favorite Copper Age books. Willie Moe, what you got to say about that?
Well, I feel like some very, very good Copper Ages are here to be mentioned. Like, I don't want to spoil my list, but I've got some very good ones on my list.
Well, don't say it yet, because you can say it right after this.
Woo!
All right, guys, we're back here with our top 10 Copper Age books. Willie Moe, how's your week been?
My week's been pretty good. Dual enrollment classes are pretty fun, actually.
Well, I wish I could say the same, because my week has sucked. You want to know why?
Yeah, because you work at a mill.
No, it's not that. It's because y'all's football coach thinks getting up at 4:30 in the morning is a good thing, and that means I have to get up because you can't get up on your own.
Shout out Coach Patrick.
Yeah, for real. Other than that, it's been okay. But we're going to talk about comics right here, right now. Copper Age books. A lot of these, to me, it's like a gray area where the Bronze Age ends and the Copper Age begins. It's sometime in the 80s, I guess, technically, but I still think a lot of these books, to me, are considered Bronze Age books. But we're going by what Key Collector has got out there as Copper Age and Bronze Age. So, whose time is it to go first?
I believe it's mine.
Okay, well, you start us out then.
All right. Well, number 5 is Omega Men number 3, and came out in 1983. Now, you might think this is a random comic if you don't know comics yet, but this was apparently the first appearance of Lobo. And if you don't know who Lobo is, I'll say it in a way that most people will understand. He is a Deadpool of DC. Well, he's more powerful than Deadpool, but he's Deadpool of DC in jokes wise. But he's basically an intergalactic bounty hunter. He hunts down different people. I think there's a comic where he hunts down Green Lantern, but I'm not very sure. But Lobo is a pretty cool character. I don't see him a lot. I saw him in the Injustice Gods Among Us game. That's the last time I ever saw him. He might be in some animated films. But this book goes for $100 at a high grade. Not very much, but it's still a good comic to find.
Well, this is a book that's took off because of the announcement of Lobo going to be in the new Supergirl movie.
Oh, really? No, that'll be great.
He's going to be played by Jason Momoa also.
Jason Momoa's got the look of Lobo,
right.
And that's actually really cool.
Right. So, that's one of the reasons. But I'm not very familiar with Lobo. I never bought the Omega Men books or anything like that. This was right around that time when I stopped collecting. I'm not really familiar with the character, but we'll see. If it's a pretty good movie or not, and that's probably going to make that book. If the movie's successful, it's going to make that book skyrocket even more. So it's still cheap enough now where you can get it at a fairly decent price. But if the movie's successful, that could be a rocket.
Here's a fun fact. The reason why Lobo ain't been killed yet is because now this is convenient, Rick. You want to hear it? It's just like Deadpool and Wolverine. That sucker's got a healing factor.
Oh, okay.
So he's basically, like I said, Deadpool of DC.
Right. Okay. My number 5 book is Batman number 386. Came out in 1985. High grade price for this book right now is $75. And this is the first appearance of Black Mask. And Black Mask is now become a pretty, since this book came out, has become a pretty significant villain for Batman. Has made a lot of appearances in Batman movies like Under the Red Hood, and he's actually the central figure in the new Absolute Batman series. He's like one of the first villains that Batman fights in the new Absolute Batman book.
Well, only $75. Black Mask is a very, very popular and important villain. How can that only be $75?
Well, it just is. It's not an older book. 1985 probably a little more plentiful than some of the other older books that you see out there, that like the Neil Adams Batman, stuff like that. But still a pretty good book, and one that I'm actually looking for. I will put this one in the collection. I think it'd be a pretty good buy there.
All right. Well, my number four, yeah, it kind of sounded weird because it's actually my number 4 is Thor.
Okay.
Number 337 came out in 1983, and this was, if you don't know him, this is the first Beta Ray Bill. Now, Beta Ray Bill is if you're gonna have to remind me a little bit because I don't know the character that much still.
He's kind of like I don't know the character that much either, but from what I do know, he's like a Thor from another planet. He came.
He's just as powerful as Thor.
Yeah, Thor was gone, and he was deemed worthy to hold the hammer. But again, that's not a storyline I'm real familiar with because I haven't read a lot of Thor and stuff.
Now, here's a fun fact. He was actually given Stormbreaker, the axe you see on Infinity War.
Right.
I have no idea if it's still an axe or, like, I don't know if it just carried the name over or something.
Right.
But if it's the axe, then that's probably where it came from.
It is the axe, he was given that when Thor came back and claimed his hammer, and then they fought. I don't really know who won, but he's yet to make an appearance in any of the Thor movies, so it's a little bit kind of confusing there. I wonder if he'll be.
Well, now Stormbreaker has been made. You got to wonder. They had to bring Mjolnir back for a reason. I figured he'd come back in Love and Thunder, or he would make an appearance in Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
But now that Thor's got Mjolnir back, well, no, it's Captain America's now, ain't it? Well, no. No. Well, Captain America will do it.
Completely off the track there. The hamster has flew off the wheel.
Yeah. William O. Lord.
William O. Lord, when you would have a moment there.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's got Mjolnir back. Maybe because he'll give Stormbreaker to Beta Ray Bill in a future Thor movie.
Yeah,
who knows?
I don't know, but the Love and Thunder movie kind of followed a whole different comic. It's kind of like what if Jane Foster had.
I did not like that movie, by the way.
So, now let's move on to my number 4. My number 4 is Teen Titans number 44. Which is a high grade price again of only $75, and this one is the first appearance of Nightwing, where Dick Grayson becomes Nightwing, and it's also the origin of Deathstroke. And we all know about Deathstroke. He's really the guy that Marvel patterned Deadpool after. I think Deadpool was supposed to be a comical version of Deathstroke. Of the Wade Wilson and Slade Wilson name play, and they both fight with swords and guns. Robin now becoming Nightwing, pretty monumental moment now because Nightwing has become a pretty good character in the DC universe. Dick Grayson, the original Robin, now being Nightwing. I really think this is a pretty cool book, and again, at an affordable price, Will.
Oh, well, we might not have to look. Do we have that book?
We do not.
Well, we might need to look for it.
Yeah, definitely. You're kind of a Nightwing fan because you like all the sticks that he battles with.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
But number 3 is Amazing Spider-Man number 252. Came out in 1984, and this was the first black costume appearance. Now it cost only $185. Still a pretty good price grade, but not compared to our other ones. But I feel like this comic's good because it's like this is the first black suit. Like it's not the first symbiote suit was, or the origin of the symbiote suit was in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
This is the first black suit.
Yeah.
But I like this comic, and we have it graded at A.W.O comic headquarters.
That's right.
What was it graded? 9.6.
I think ours is a 9.2 actually, and we have a raw copy of it as well. So.
As well.
Yeah, as well.
All right. Well,
that's a really good book. This book is known as the first black suit. Really, it came out at the same time Marvel Team Up did with Spider-Man Daredevil 141. But the 141 didn't hit the stands until February, and I believe the black suit 252 ASM came out in late January. So technically, it is the first black suit. although both are considered a tie to be the first black suit, but, just a monumental cover, kind of an homage to Amazing Fantasy 15.
Well,
so
I think
just-
Secret
I
Wars.
like it, you
I
know.
think Secret Wars was the first appearance of the symbiote.
Well, no, Secret Wars 8 actually came out about 4 months after this book did, because Secret Wars was an ongoing series. It was 12 issues, and it was number 8 that the black suit debuted in, and you get the origin of the black suit in Secret Wars 8.
So basically,
It came out after these comics.
Yeah. All right. Well, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is one of my all-time favorite books from the Copper Age era, G.I. Joe number 21, with a high-grade price of $220. This is known as the no text issue. There's no talking in this issue whatsoever. It's a completely silent issue. And it's also the first appearance of Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes' mutual enemy that they grew up together. You find out in the origin, both trained in the same place. Just a great book. I remember getting this book, talking about how, when I was a kid, and I thought about how neat it was, that you could just kind of go through it, read it pretty quick, because it's basically just, there's no talking in it. There's nothing to read.
How do you
Basically
even
just
make a comic like
you're
that?
watching action the whole time. Snake Eyes is navigating through, I can't remember exactly where the context was, where he's at, but he basically runs into Storm Shadow and they battle in the book, and it's basically a fight. And Snake Eyes doesn't talk anyway, you know, and Storm Shadow wasn't talking as they were fighting in this book, but just a great book. Another one that I want to get and add to our collection. I've not got this book. I had it when I was a kid, got rid of it, and I've told the story of how I got rid of all the G.I. Joes that I had, but it's a really good book, and I really look forward to get it to our collection.
All right. Well, my number 2 is Swamp Thing number 37. Came out in 1987 or 1985. Correct me on that. It was the first John Constantine. Now, here's the thing. Here's a debate now, but it's between Swamp Thing number 36 and Swamp Thing number 37 that it was the first Constantine, because 36, there's people that think the shadow figure in one of the panels is John Constantine, but it's not confirmed at all. So they just clarified Swamp Thing number 37 as the first appearance of John Constantine, and that book is $300 at a high grade, which is most expensive on my list.
Yeah, well, there's been several movies about Constantine, so that's why that book is so high. Keanu Reeves played him in a movie, and even though I wasn't a real big fan of that movie or that series, I thought the movie was okay.
John Constantine is a cool character,
but it didn't really reference anything. You know, he interacts with a lot of DC heroes in the actual DC universe, but nothing was referenced in the movie. So that's kind of why I wasn't really a fan of it. But now there's rumors of a new Constantine movie where Keanu Reeves is going to reprise the role, so we'll see if that happens or not. But the book itself went up a lot after that movie came out, and has been a pretty pricey book since then.
I feel like John Constantine's a cool character, to be honest with you. He used magic, all that stuff, and his spells and stuff. It's a pretty cool character to me.
Yeah.
All right, what's your number 2?
All right, well, I've had to adjust my number 2 on the fly because I did not know that you had picked Amazing Spider-Man.
I sent it
as
to
one of
you.
your
I told you.
list, so I have to use my backup number 2, which my backup number 2 is going to be Secret Wars number 8. And so, because it was in issue 8, it was anticipated how he got this. It was highly anticipated how the story of how he acquired this costume that was a living being at the time. Just a really cool book. It's got a cool cover on it, and I just think it's always been one of my favorite books. I always consider this a Bronze Age book, but I guess it probably did come on the cusp of the Copper Age. So one of my favorites.
All right, well, mine is number 1 is Amazing Spider-Man number 265, which came out in 1985. That's pretty funny. And this was the first Silver Sable. Now, I've got tons of things to say about Silver Sable, because Silver Sable don't appear in a whole lot of stuff. I mean, in the one show that was based off the comics, she appeared most of the time. But you see her, the only time I've ever saw her recently is in Amazing Spider-Man, like the video game they came out with. The PlayStation, first Amazing Spider-Man PlayStation game, and you should know about it. We don't have to pop it up here if we don't want to, but you should know about it. But she's one of the villains, or, well, not really one of the villains. I mean, she doesn't like Spider-Man, but she's really fighting the villains too.
Yeah.
But wasn't she a pure villain though in the comics?
No, I think she was basically a kind of a hero for hire type deal.
I think she was like J. Jonah. She
Yeah.
doesn't like evil, but she hates Spider-Man.
Right.
But Silver Sable's an interesting character because she's basically like very athletic. She's got military training, and she's a very hard person to fight. And Spider-Man's one of the Spider-Man's villains we don't really hear about a whole lot.
Right.
What's your number one?
All right. Well, my number one, of course, is going to be Amazing Spider-Man number 300.
My Lord, we went crazy on the Spider-Man on y'all,
Yeah,
didn't we?
yeah, we did. But there were a lot of good Spider-Man books around this time frame, and I didn't really read a whole lot of other stuff.
We love Spider-Man
There
at
are
A.W.O.
other good books, like the first Eastman Laird Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But I've never been really a big fan of the reading the Teenage Mutant Turtles. I like watching the movies and stuff, but I never really read the books that much. But getting back to ASM 300, first full appearance of Venom. We'd heard about him, and he'd been teased in the 2 issues prior, did cameo appearances. But this one was the first full appearance, and the title of the story was Venom in this, and it's also drawn by Todd McFarlane, and the cover art's iconic, also by Todd McFarlane. And this book has a high grade price of $600 now for a high grade price of this book. And I've seen some 9/8s for this book. They're selling for around $750, $800. This book's been on fire lately. We've got a newsstand version of this, which is just a really, really nice copy that we probably need to send in and have graded.
Yeah, we probably need to.
Yeah.
Well, that'll do it for us for this video.
Yeah, well, and we appreciate everybody tuning in. Sorry we're a little bit late coming out with it. It's been a busy week, but we got here and got it out. I think we have one more top 10 out of this series.
And
right?
it will be modern
Modern
age comic.
Yeah. Also, don't forget to give us a vote at cbcawards.com. We'll put the address up on there, and we'll do a linkable address in the description. Give us a vote. We're nominated for Best New Channel for 499 subscribers or less, and we'd love to win that thing.
We also want to wish luck to all our competitors. We're good sports here at A.W.O.
We checked out a few of the channels of people that are in there with us.
Some of y'all do deserve this award too, and we don't think we're superior to anyone, and we hope that we wish you the best of luck during the competition.
That's right. You've got to travel down to Temple tomorrow. Right?
Oh God, don't remind me.
Is it a home game or away game tomorrow?
Away.
Away game tomorrow.
I don't like my jersey. Please make it bigger.
You're melted and poured. You linemen are melted and poured.
Speaking of jersey, I think I left it. I did on purpose though.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
all right, guys. Well, we appreciate you watching and tuning in, and we'll be back this weekend with our latest Comic Haul video, and we'll just see you guys next time. Again, don't forget, college football starts this weekend, right?
I love college football.
And so, we always end our programs with Go Dogs, and we're going to give it an extra Go Dogs this weekend. Go Dogs for y'all, and Go Dogs for the UGA Dogs too.
We wish them luck against Marshall.
Wish them a little bit of luck against Marshall. Hopefully we can take that game without too much sweating going on.
No sweat.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Marshall fans that are watching this video. What's no sweat?
That's right. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Always Go Dogs. See you again.
See ya.